Today on Straight Talk with Shilly, I just want to focus on a very important topic. It's about building healthy emotional muscles. So many of us, we focus on building muscles on the outside, in our arms and our legs and our calves and our biceps and triceps. But what good is that if on the inside of you, you're not strong, you're not healthy? And healthy is not just about eating healthy, drinking water and eating fruits and vegetables. Healthy begins with the mind, in your thoughts. Your thoughts become your deeds. Your deeds becomes your habit. Your habit becomes your character. And your character becomes your destiny. It is so important that you guard your heart. Your heart is not that muscle that's beating on the left side of your chest, under your breast. It is not that muscle. Your heart is that 15 centimeter muscle that is beating under your hair, if you have hair, or under your scalp. It's your brain. The thoughts, the area of your thinking and your processing. It is so important that we are healthy in that area. We have got to guard our thoughts. We've got to make sure that we are putting in what we want to get out of it. It's not so much what other people say about us, but it's what we say about ourselves. And in building healthy thoughts, we've got to think of ourselves in a positive way. We've got to make sure we tell ourselves that we are good enough, that we are strong enough, that we are bold enough, even if you aren't feeling it yet. But you've got to take that step. You've got to get out of your comfort zone and own where you're feeling and know where you want to get to and know where you want to go to. Know the experience that you want. Know where the goal down the road, what you want to experience. It is important for us to always grow. Many of us have had experiences that were not good experiences, but you can't dismiss them because they weren't good. You have to pause and inspect them and reflect and ask yourself, what is the good in that negative behavior? What is the good in that negative experience? I've gone through a divorce and I had to sit down and think, what can I learn from that experience? So going forward, I know myself, I know my worth, I know my value, I know who I am, I know what are the triggers. There are four emotions: happy, sad, mad, and scared. And I'm going to swap out happy with joy and put joy in the place of happy, because happy is finicky. Happy, it tends to change a lot based on if I buy a new car, if I have a new house, if I have a new relationship, I'm happy. But as soon as things get mundane and old and get into a routine, you're no longer happy. But joy says, no matter what, no matter how bad that situation is, I can look at that situation from a different perspective and find good in that. It is so important that we see value and worth in how we look at ourselves. Every negative behavior that we have gone through, there's a lesson in it. It's for us to build our emotional muscles. You've got to pause and take time to dissect it and look at each part of it and look at it from the right perspective. See it as it is. Don't just see it worse than or less than, but see it exactly for what it is. Thomas Edison had many times that he could have said the light bulb wouldn't work or couldn't work, over 1,000 times. But he never stopped. He kept going. And I'm saying to you, if you're going to build healthy emotional muscles, you've got to put healthy thoughts in. You've got to know your value and your worth. You've got to know your core value. What are your values you stand on? What are those non-negotiables? What are those things that you know about you that you will not tolerate from anybody else? You know that loyalty is important. You know that having positivity, being a positive person, someone that's encouraging, someone that adds value to your life, you're an empathetic person. You are someone that's unstoppable. You are someone that believes in going, not giving up. You want to stay as positive as possible. So you want people like that in your environment. So to be positive, you have to read positive things. You have to expose your mind to positive things. You have to maybe listen to a podcast that's dealing with some of the things that you want to cover, that you want to grow through. You have to make sure that you are guarding your heart and building your foundation of where you want to stand on. You have to see yourself achieving and believing. You have to see yourself pushing past the pain, pushing past the hurt, knowing that on the inside of the pain and the hurt, there are lessons and there are teachable moments. Pause and say, what do I learn from this? So in order to have healthy emotional muscle, you have to start with healthy thoughts, and those healthy thoughts will become healthy deeds, and then healthy habits, and then healthy character, and then you will have a healthy destiny. Be intentional about what you put on the inside of you. Guard your heart, not just the heart that's beating in your chest. Guard your mind. Use protective measures as to what you expose your mind to, what you listen to, what you watch, what you expose yourself to. If you know certain people are negative, you have to choose the high road and choose to be in a different setting. You've got to make tough decisions, and sometimes it is uncomfortable. Sometimes it's painful. You've got to make choices that doesn't always come easy. But you have got to do what's right for you. So being healthy on the inside, you've got to nurture the inside, because whatever is inside is going to come out. So if you don't put good things in and healthy stuff in, healthy thoughts, positive thoughts, joyful thoughts, the positivity and saying, I will not give up, I will keep going, I will continue to believe in myself, I will continue to be strong, I will learn from this, and I will keep growing. I will join myself with partnerships that I can learn from, people that cause me to stand on my tippy toe. When I was training with John Maxwell, I knew that his environment, his team, his coaching, his teachings, his teachings, as well as his behaviors, his writings, are what I want in my life. The environment that he creates, those are things I want to be exposed to. I joined forces with Lisa Nichols. These are people that cause me to stand on my tippy toe, want to learn more and want to walk in their truth, want to be a part of their tribe, so that I can become better, so that I can grow and I can learn and I can stretch. I'm saying to you, you decide, you choose the friends and the partnership that you want for your team. Just as how you choose what you want to have a strong emotion, you choose thoughts that are good and positive. When the negative thoughts come, you've got to also choose not to hang on to it. You have to also choose not to hold on to it, because it spirals and build up. It will ricochet and it build up like a snowball. You don't want to be in that place. You want to be in a place where you're growing and you're stretching, you're achieving, and you are learning, and you're becoming a better person, and you're learning from your pitfalls, you're learning from your pain, you're learning from your detours, you're learning from your insecurities. You're no longer at the same place where you were last week. It is important that you take time out to come better, to have a different, better version of who you are. And when you know who you are, no one can tell you otherwise. You do not give your power to anyone when they say negative things about you or to your face. You know that's not who you are. It's not what people say about you that matters. It is what you say about yourself. So you have got to get up every day and decide in your mind that today is going to be a great day, because of how you prepare your mind to face the world. You've got to condition yourself to deal with things on the outside. You've got to have a firm foundation. For the people who have built tall buildings, and we call them skyscrapers here in the US, they've had to have good foundation. And in order for you to have good foundation, start with your thoughts. You've got to put positive thoughts on the inside. Take captive those negative thoughts, so that out of you flows the life, the importance of your life and what you want to see in your life to grow, to stretch, to become the best version of you. You've got to put that on the inside. Though it's difficult, you got to push past the fear. You got to push past the pain. You have got to make a decision that I'm going to keep going no matter what. You've got to make that decision every day. Because life is waiting on you to show up every day. And you've got to show up smiling through your tears. That's why joy, I'm swapping out joy for happiness. Because joy calls you to look at things from a different perspective and see something positive out of a negative situation. It is important to have healthy thoughts so that you can be healthy on the inside. You know your value and your worth. You know what your core values are. If they're empathy, if they're joy, if they're peace, if they are excellence, if they are good communication, whatever those are, know what they are and don't negotiate. Hold on to those and make sure that you become the best version of you. There's someone waiting on you, someone waiting on your experience, someone is waiting on you to share from the place of pain and help them to understand the purpose that you got out of your pain so they too can get up from where they are. We are building muscles in this area, in this group. This is Straight Talk with Shelia. If this has been a positive experience for you, please like and share. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day and keep on going. Don't give up. Do not give anyone your rights. You hold on to your right to be bold, to be strong, to be courageous, to be you, to be the best version of you.